How did you come to the conclusion that you wanted to run for Congress?
Well, I'm the son and grandson of preachers. I am the son and grandson of military vets, war vets, and the idea of servant leadership has always been instilled in me. I think that this sense that leadership is largely about having the consent of those that allow you to lead them and having respect for them in a position of service. That's what I think that being a representative is. I think that being a representative, particularly in our democracy, and sometimes I get conservatives that quibble with me about whether we live in a democracy. We do. We live in a strain of democracy, which is a representative democracy. And what that means is you are trusting somebody else to represent your interests on a regular basis. The average person isn't voting on the budget. They're not voting on war declarations. The average person is going to work. They're taking care of their family. They're going home. And they are trusting the person that they've elected to represent not only their interests, but their values. And I think that this is a critical time. We just created a second majority black district. It's the first time in 30 years. We have an opportunity to show that Louisiana has moved past some of the politics of our past. Hearkening back to the vote for the crook bumper sticker and that sort of era. And we have a unique opportunity, particularly here in the Capital Region, to show that we've grown and that the potential of Louisiana leadership is beyond what sometimes a stereotype is. And I saw this opportunity, one, to elect likely a Democrat, likely a person of color, to be a reflection of where we want to be as Louisianans, not where we've been. And I think it's important that we not simply reinforce the status quo. I think that we can do better than certain politicians who carry a certain degree of baggage, but also a certain symbolism of this is the way that things are, this is the way that things always will be, and you either get on board or you get out the way. I think that that's one of the reasons why you have such low voter turnout. I think it's one of the reasons why you're seeing a rise in cynicism among not only young people, but I think the broader electorate, particularly our folks. This sense that their vote doesn't matter because no matter who they vote for, it's always the same thing. And you even see it on the back end when you see candidates thinking about running for office. The idea of challenging the status quo is not exciting because you're more likely to fail. And so it's easier just to be co-opted by it, to go along, to get along. And next thing you know, you're a 35-year-old who might be young, but you don't have young ideas because in your mind, the only way that I could get in was to go along with what has already been. My campaign is a rejection of that. I think that we can do better than the current frontrunner in this race. I think that Louisianans want to do better than that. I think that when you talk to people, they want young, fresh leadership. They want leadership that isn't bogged down by the sort of scandals and corruption that is often associated with Louisiana politics. And I think this is a unique opportunity to do that. It's a presidential election. Ideally, you're going to have higher voter turnout. And also, we've had, I think, really intense voter education about what's at stake this year. And I think that all of those are a confluence of events that make this particular opportunity not only unique, but a winnable one. I get who I'm running up against. I get how much money both my Democratic and potential Republican opponent have. But I think that the moment is bigger than their war chest.